So we're in, I think it's Carroll Gardens, Cobby Hill, Park Slope, neck of the woods. And where I'm here at right now is, I think it's like 9:40 right now. But basically, we're in Hicks and McGraw. And you see right here, guys, this nice old banner that they put up on the by the BQE. I believe it's BQE. Is Safe 63 Tiffany. So what's happening right now is, see this building right here? This is 63 Tiffany Place. And they're having a rally at 10 o'clock, well, like 20 minutes, with all the elected officials, including the comptroller of New York City, Brad Lander, the public advocate of New York City, Jumaane Williams, the Brooklyn Borough President, Antonio Reynoso, the State Assembly members, Joanne Simon and Marcel Mitanyes, State Senator Zelda Myrie running for mayor, council members Shahana Hanif and Alexa Aviles. And so what's going on is that you see here, there's going to be a rally at 10 o'clock. What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
What's up? Hey, what's up? Everything doing good, man. So they're having a rally at 10 o'clock, and that's the main organizer, the leader, and really weird. Okay, I'm trying to see why did they do that? Who did that? Probably one of the developers. So right here, guys, is this is the lineup. It starts at 10 o'clock. I mean, it starts at 10 a.m. It's gonna be like an hour or so, hopefully. Stuart, all right, so it's here. So yeah, so Columbia Street. So basically, what's happening here, and this is it, right? See. This is 63 Tiffany. It's on a side street. Crazy zoning. And what's going on is, I think you see here, it looks all new and shit. It's not really new. It's just been renovated. A lot of these buildings has been like updated to like modern compliance because of the districts, and it's about trying to make everything like a green building. So, but what's happening here is that what they trying to do is, these developers, and it's usually with the help of the EDC. People got to start calling EDC way more, but what's going on is everybody's concentrated about transportation. I'm more about transportation, so I'm not really in the zone to really call out the EDC, but the EDC does a lot of dirty shenanigans with the city of New York and these elected officials, because there's a lot of people that have a lot of influence that's part of EDC, but people need to start calling out what it is. It's not about a land grab. This is nothing but a way to displace all these people, and put their desirables in, take out all the undesirables and bring in the desirables. And I want to make this clear, right? I had the chance to respond to this thing about Kevin Riley. Kevin Riley got triggered when I said the word undesirable, which he don't understand that undesirable doesn't mean houseless people. It doesn't mean houseless people. Undesirables to developers and management companies mean that people who pay less than market rate rent, and people that they feel that lowers the property values. And I'm not talking about the people that are like criminals, thugs, and all these bad type of characters. I'm talking about the undesirables. I was talking about was the people that these property management companies know, that like the old woman with the canes and all the stuff like that complains all the time about every little shit, every little thing. They complain, and they like to go to court all the time and put the landlord to court. Like, it'd be like right across the street, right, 60 Tiffany Place. Looks like it's a new type of these buildings you can probably pay $5,000-$6,000 a month, right? $5,000-$7,000 a month. And undesirable to a developer or undesirable to a property management company means that a person that pays less than market rate rent. Market rate rent could be about $5,000 a month, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 a month. But if a tenant that's paying like $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month on HUD or Section 8 or like on some voucher type shit, they're gonna see them as undesirable. They don't want them there. They'll do whatever they gotta do not to have them there. Like they'll fucking sue them for everything, even shit that have nothing to do with them. They'll take them to court. And the people understand a housing court is that if you don't keep on fighting these your landlord in housing court, they're gonna kick you out. I mean, but that's the plan, is to get you in this, sick you in litigation, sick you in so much litigation, have you go back and forth, 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 and once that happens, they kick you out, and they get the market rate tenant in. Oh, they got donuts. That's donuts. Oh.
Hi, how's it going? Brandon, I know you want one.
Is it a cupcake? What kind of cupcake? Hash brown or what? Let me get one. Thank you.
She's from Joanne Simon's office, and she's amazing.
Yeah. Hey, my name is Christopher. Yeah, we met before. Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Anybody before?
So, got a cupcake. I'm a little hungry now, but we get a cupcake. But like I said, that's undesirable. But I didn't want to argue with Kevin because I see him every day. But I think he was trying to play like, well, I was talking about home. I'm never talking about home people. Like I said, undesirables to developers. Let's say you live in an apartment where in certain Crown Heights, or like I live in Crown Heights. Median rent is about $3,000, like $200, $2,500 to like $5,000 a month. If you're paying less than that a month, they see you as undesirable. They want you out. They'll do whatever they got to do to get you out the door. And so this happens soon. Person that's watching, they'll do whatever they got to do to get you out the door, and get their market rate preferred tenants in. That's an undesirable. If people don't understand this type of shit. See, the problem with Kevin Riley is that Kevin is a shill to developers. Kevin Riley wanted to be speaker. And he got mad when I said that he would not be speaker. And I'll keep it real, he really has no chance. Right looking at it right now, he has no real chance to become a speaker, Kevin Riley, because look, Julie Menon, like I said, I know Julie has out get speaker. I called her ass out. But as much as people don't like Julie Menon brought it home with that Hotel Safety Act. So she pieced all the unions that was for it, like Hotel Trust Union. So Julie's looking good for speaker. But everybody knows when it comes to speaker's race, Adrian Adams, who is I was so busy I forgot to testify. Adrian Adams is grooming Amanda Farias to be the Speaker of City Council once Adrian leaves at term limits. But I think next week is Somos. People don't say about Somos. Somos is the annual convention that usually happens after every election day, on an off year or eve or presidential year or gubernatorial year. And basically, Somos is where all the politicals go down. It's in Puerto Rico. They're trying to put Dominican Republic, but now it's in Puerto Rico. It's going because now you need no passport. You don't need no passport. So if you want to go to Somos, just get a ticket, get a ticket, and go down. You can go down to Puerto Rico. But Somos is where all the politicals go to party, mingle. Like I said, they get high. They sleep with each other, husbands and wives, and all the stupid shit. But that's where all the deals get brokered down for New York State politics, especially in the city. When all the deals get made in New York City, guys, Somos is where it's at. It's Somos. That's where all the deals get brokered. Who's going to become speaker? Who's going to become states? Who's going to get what in discretionary funding and capital funding, and who's going to get what support? That's where all the deals get made in Somos, in Puerto Rico, every year. Like I said, all the politicals, all the nonprofits, all the consultants, all the lobbyists, all the hanger-ons, everybody go down there. I love to go down there, but I can't because I'm busy in the city. So I'm busy. If I could, if you give me a ticket, I'll go down there, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But if I go to Somos, they'll probably set me up. But I mean, I'm not gonna talk about that. But because I'll expose the whole shit down there. But Somos, that's where all the deals get brokered. Yeah, Somos. Yeah, Alexa, Somos. Somos, it's in Puerto Rico. Look it up. Somos, Puerto Rico. That's where all the politicians go. Like state assembly, state senator, the mayor, the county committees, all the characters go down. Everybody that's in politics goes down there. That's where all the deals get brokered. All the deals get made. And That's the That's the situation. That's the issue in the city. You be like, well, how the hell this nonprofit gets all that money and shit? Because they go down fucking Somos. That's why they all go down there. All of them, every aspect of the spectrum, started from like the housing situation, like here, the fucking transportation situation, the nitrous situation, the environmental, EDC, any type of topic you could think of, they are all down there. So just cupcake.
Okay.
Oh, they have a podium. They're bringing a podium.
Okay, you're actually where we do it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Rose, you're here in time, Rose. Is this a good spot, you think? You guys move? Oh, usually this is what we do. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. No problem. Oh, dude. All the trees here. This is perfect.
I start my vacation today. So.
Oh, congratulations. That's awesome.
10 days.
That's
I got, Dominican.
Oh, nice.
So,
For you.
well needed, well deserved. Election week.
Exactly. The right week.
Kids are off this week.
Okay, right.
Teachers.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? Doing good. Can't complain. Yeah. So the Brooklyn Borough President's office is here. So like I said, this will be a big lineup today. Brooklyn Borough President Reynoso, State Senator Zoto Myrie, New York City Controller. Sorry about that. New York City Controller Brad Lander, New York City Public Advocate Jamani Williams, State Assembly members Joanne Simon and Marcel Mitanyes, State Senator Zelna Myrie, and City Council member Shahana Hanif and Alexa Aviles. I don't want to butcher her name because they be like, I'm butchering her name. So Alexa Aviles, Aviles. So Aviles, right? So I don't want to butcher the name. So yeah, basically here just I had some stuff from last night. Somebody gave to me, so I had to carry that out. I'm like, I'll get it later on, but these people have the right to. All right, let me go. So I'll go this way.
This neighborhood is
Sorry about that,
right?
guys.
No.
Probably wasn't when they first moved in. Thank you.
I think I was here last time, but that's the developer.
Huh?
That's the developer?
That's the landlord.
Oh, the landlord.
And that's an actual
And that's
picture.
for actors.
That wasn't documented in any way.
I know.
You didn't lighten it. That's what you're being,
Yeah. We look like a developer. Oh,
that's on
blah,
his
blah.
Facebook page, son's Facebook page.
That's just, oh, wow. That's crazy.
Isn't that
That's
crazy?
unheard of.
The real life monopoly thing.
Will it be here or what?
And I'll move over this way to get your center shot box.
Yeah, I'll be here. Oh, sorry about y'all. You got the. It's gonna come here.
Oh, Myrie, look at this. Fox 5. Channel 5.
This is a family affair here. This is a family affair.
And then, which outlet are you on?
Channel 5? Fox 5?
Not Fox News. Got it. Okay, we got 6 news.
Did they ever ask if you guys newsman or whatever?
News what?
Is it newsman by you guys?
Newsman, what's that?
No, newsman.
Yeah, they're in our building.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about it?
They ask you sometimes if you guys are part of it.
Every once in a while.
Cause you guys share with them, right? Stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ultra.
What do we want? What do we want?
Yeah, right?
How was it?
It was like the watch party was fun, but the game was
Painful.
painful.
I'm sorry. Yeah. At least you're with good company when it happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Hello. Hey, it's Christian. I have a presser up on live view right now. I wonder if it doesn't happen.
So it's over here, guys. That's where everybody's at. It's gonna be more people coming.
Yeah, all of a sudden, you go to school and they do surgery on you. It's like health deposits, but they also believe in the most part of abortion. It's oxymoron.
Okay. Live view 4. Christian and live view 4.
See a Weaver's here. We'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Excuse me.
Last night.
Okay.
I know the answer about how.
When I first came here,
Yes, it's back. The subways were so perfect. I got there early. Thank you.
What's up, man? Thank you, bro. Yeah, no problem. So yeah, got a safe Tiffany pen. I'm putting my purse right now. I mean, former president is here. There's car. What is it? His Reynoso, the Brooklyn Borough president. BK 7279. Let's see if it's electric. Reynoso's car blocking the street. While we're here, see how it's blocking the street, New York. There's Myrie's here. Is that car electric or what?
As usual, you're the best, yes. I know. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, after call, who did what? Everybody, he was never make sense.
That will stick with Yankee fans.
Well, 2022 actually wiped the floor with them, but also that was different. But
Hello. Hello, hello.
They had it.
yeah, they had it.
You just get back to LA. I would have
Me.
been fine.
That's Myrie. Zona Myrie. That's the state senator of the district. No problem.
Pretty much the whole year so far. Oh, really? Yeah.
Aren't you glad we did it this way? At least they could do like.
Not perfect, but I tapped into like this new level of like skill. Because we can trust you with these big stories and like you can do it alone. I'm like, yeah, I did this at Pius. I did this at WNBC. I just think, yeah, how's everything there?
Let me help this lady. Hold on.
Hey folks, we're going to start getting set up behind the podium.
And by the way, before we start, guys, our Brooklyn Borough President's car, before we start this, see, our Brooklyn Zona Myrie, he's running for mayor, he's the state senator of this district.
Okay, thank you.
Brooklyn Borough President Reynoso's car is blocking the street, blocking the full-blown street, unless you guys know that. But if everybody else is blocking the street, there'll be no problem. But this is our Brooklyn Borough President in a nutshell. I mean, that's our Brooklyn Borough President blocking the street. Before we start, let's let you guys know. See? Man, I think you got to get out the way with your bicycle. Let me see that car's electric. Before we start, it's for JQ LLC. JQ, if you're grainy, what's up?
And I just started wearing contacts.
I'm sorry about
that. It's been helpful for my journey.
Yeah, right. I usually wear contacts, but I had like this kind of eye
Brooklyn Borough
reaction.
President, guys, in a nutshell. This is our Brooklyn Borough President with a Kia, but he's blocking the street. But that was everybody else that be complaining. I thought you were the street safe. I thought Reynoso was the street safety candidate. Any comment, John? Any comment about this? You letting your candidate block the street like this? Any comment, Transo? Any comment, open plans? Let's see.
Thank you so much.
Hey everybody, come get behind the speakers over here. Wave like this, you see me?
Oh, watch out with the
Come stand behind me. Behind me.
Maybe they'll walk back on the street.
Maybe walk in the street so that you don't trip.
Thank you.
Hello?
Yeah, come around this way.
We need the crowd this way, behind the...
Oh yeah, careful, careful.
Okay, so we're doing it this way this time. Well, I don't have a camera, so take pictures if you want to go there. Yeah, if you want to stand in there, we'll stand for pictures.
In charge.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Fan out in art to try to get as many people in the shot as possible. That would be great. Like a horseshoe shape.
They're gonna bring that camera on. I mean,
Todd, can you get your people people to come up in a circle, like a horseshoe.
Yeah. But I was like already running late, so I'm like, I'm not gonna do that.
Everybody
It's always,
agree?
you know,
Sorry, we go. So, yeah.
Done.
So if I'm gonna be coming in,
Yeah, no problem.
Sometimes you think we can hold two these cards, that would be deeply appreciated. Thank you.
Okay. Is everyone getting a step forward potentially? Everybody take one step forward. Beautiful. Dogger has kind of in the
And before we start, look, our Brooklyn Borough president right here, that's his car, the Kia, blocking the street before we start. So anybody gets mad, doesn't understand why.
I got you. Right there.
Yes, she definitely is. Yeah, absolutely. Are you working as well? I'm working days out. I feel like by now I would have known. Yeah. Maybe to have somebody else do it, but definitely working days out. Oh, I miss Marathon. Yeah, you were so good.
Nicole!
Oh my God, it was so
Nicole,
hard.
do you have an ETA for back?
Even here, like when you guys were for years. I would do it every year.
And Jumani's on his way, you know?
She's coming. She's right here, right here.
So he's not coming?
Hi, John.
He is coming? You have an ETA for him?
Any minute now, they say 10:10, but you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of traffic this way. Yeah. Can we get started?
Let's get started.
John, you're good. You're good.
Here?
He's here. Yes. He's here.
Okay. Brad.
Oh, Brad's here.
Brad and Alexa.
Oh, Alexa's here.
Just heads up, okay? I'm gonna be moving. You know what I mean? I know you're doing things, but I gotta get this, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Christian, move over. Speak.
Are we ready? Everyone ready?
Yeah. Just scoot over just to thank you.
Hello,
That's good.
testing.
That's good. Yeah, thank you.
And just watch your, you're just sitting, yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm not really a public speaker, so bear with me.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm thinking the same thing. Just look up once in a while, get the pictures.
All right, so. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I love the enthusiasm. And happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. We hesitated about doing our rally on this day, but it's actually fitting that we're here today because the residents of this building are living a nightmare. And our boogeyman is Irving Langer. That's an actual picture from Facebook on the sunset. So let me tell you all about our nightmare here on Tiffany Street. But first, let me thank the community for coming out like this for us. The love and outpouring, the love and outpouring of support we've gotten from everyone has truly been overwhelming and humbling, to say the least. Just amazing. We always say we live on the best block in the greatest neighborhood in the world, and this is why. We also want to thank our elected officials who have just been incredible. The minute they heard about our situation, they've all jumped to help us stay in our homes. These are the champions of working people and the poor of the city. In no particular order, let me thank Assembly Member Marcelo Mitanyes, and Senator Zelnor Myrie, who both co-sponsored the TOFA bill, Comptroller Brad Lander, who has been fighting alongside us since his days on the City Council, our Day One's Assembly Member Joanne Simon, and Council Member Shahana Hanif, and Senator Bernardus, who can't be here because he's teaching a class at Hunter College, but he's here in spirit. Somebody's here representing him. They've supported us in all sorts of ways beyond just Save 63 Tiffany.
You have Dan Goldman too. You have Dan Goldman too. Daniel Goldman, Tevin Williams. Daniel Goldman. Tevin Williams behind you. Tevin Williams right there. Dan Goldman. Yeah, like,
They've supported us in all sorts of ways, you know, even from coming to our block parties, donating book bags. So it's been a relationship that we've had with them for a while. Councilmember Alexa Aviles, who doesn't represent our area, but when she heard about our situation, wanted to be involved. Our public advocate, Jomani Williams, and our borough president, Antonio Reynoso. Who are always there for the little guys trying to make it in this city. Our Congressman Dan Goldman, who signed our letter to Irving Langer demanding that he continue to negotiate with the TA, the Tennis Association, to come to an amicable, mutually beneficial resolution and save 63 Tiffany. It's election time, and we'd like to remind everyone these are our champions. Remember who stood with the community as you go vote.
Yeah.
Right? So we also want to thank our housing justice warriors, Housing Justice for All. The New Economy Project and Nicely. The Carol Garnes Association. And Southwest Brooklyn Tenant Union. Right to counsel, because without lawyers, none of this is possible. Yes. We are lawyers. And speaking of lawyers, TakeRootJustice. Met Council and all the tenants in this city fighting for an equitable New York for all. My name is John Lavo, and like many... And like many of the residents in this building, I've lived here at 63 Tiffany for 30 years. A lot has changed. When we moved here, this was a desolate area, a factory district. In fact, 63 Tiffany is a converted warehouse. When we first moved in here, that building didn't exist, that one didn't exist. We were the only ones pretty much on the block, us and 1 Tiffany. It was affordable. Yeah, we came here because it was affordable. Made a home here. Neighbors became friends, and then extended family members. We've created memories here, raised kids here, and are part of what has made this such a wonderful area to live in now. We're part of the fabric that has made this such a wonderful community. And now that this area has become such a desirable area, we should not be forced out so more affluent people can move in. That's right. Simply because a tax agreement that was a result of Reaganomics is expiring. It's an injustice that we should all fight against. That's right. I was one of the youngest, if not the youngest, to sign a lease at 23 years old. But most of my neighbors moved in the 30s, 40s, and 50s and are now in their 60s, 70s, and 80s. I have an amazing neighbor that's 93 years old. He survived brain cancer, diabetes. He fought for the United States in the Korean War. And what are we going to do, kick him out now? No. He survived everything else, but he might not survive gentrification.
Great.
That's not right. Many of my other neighbors have now retired and live on fixed incomes. Many in their advanced age have health issues. Where would we go now? We're all priced out of New York now. We belong here. We should be able to age in place with dignity and in the community that we've helped build.
That's right.
Yes.
And that's why we're here today. Because unfortunately, stories like 63 Tiffany are not uncommon. In fact, it's becoming the norm in this city. I'm 53 years old. I hate to admit that, but I'm 53 years old. And I've lived in New York City all my life. And I've seen it change dramatically. And I'm afraid of what it's becoming. The New York I grew up in made space for everyone of all economic classes. Rich and poor lived mere blocks from each other and sometimes on the same block. That was what made New York the greatest city in the world, where people from all over the world long to be here. However, New York now is becoming a city where only the rich can afford to live in. People like us being forced to move out, often out of the state altogether. We're losing the essence of what New York is, and that's why we're here today, to fight for the heart and soul of New York City. It's bigger than Save 63 Tiffany. We need to save New York City.
Yes.
This is why we're calling for TOPA and COPA, so other New Yorkers won't have to go through what we're going through. The anxiety and torment of living housing insecure is something we don't wish on anybody. TOPA and COPA would be another tool for residents like us to stay in our homes. It's the Tenant Opportunity to Purchase Act and Community Opportunity to Purchase Act.
Yeah.
In other cities and states that have that already have these tenant protections, like DC and San Francisco, they're using it to great success to keep tenants in their homes and from being displaced. Yep. New Yorkers need TOPA and COPA, so the residents living in these neighborhoods that have grown these communities can stay in these communities. There's a lot of talk of the housing crisis, and we agree that building more affordable housing would benefit all. But not enough is said about preservation.
That's right.
It's much more cost efficient to save buildings like 63 Tiffany and keep them affordable than to build a 60-unit building like this from scratch. I honestly don't think there's a housing crisis as much as an affordable housing crisis.
That's right.
There's hundreds, if not thousands, of overpriced apartments on Street Easy right now. There's a few brokers right on this block that if you're willing to pay $6,000 or more a month in rent, will have you in an apartment by tomorrow evening. So if we agree that it's actually an affordable housing crisis, then what are we going to do about it? Whenever you have a crisis, the first step is to stop the bleeding. In this case, it's to preserve many affordable apartments as possible. And TOPA and COPA is not the end-all and be-all, but it's another tool for tenants. New York needs TOPA and COPA. In closing, let me reiterate, we're here fighting for the heart and soul of New York City, to keep this city affordable for all. We must save 63 Tiffany and as many buildings like it as possible. We're demanding that our landlord, Irving Langer, return to the negotiation table with the tenants of 63 Tiffany. We know we can work this out if he gives it a chance. We've partnered with a wonderful nonprofit local preservation buyer that's committed to making this building perpetually affordable and is ready to make an offer. Let's make it happen, Mr. Langer. Our second demand, sorry, I got new glasses. Negotiate, okay. Our second demand is that the city and state pass TOPA and COPA and give tenants a fighting chance to stay in their homes. Right. The tenants of the city are at a disadvantage, fighting against millionaires, billionaires, and increasingly private equity firms. It's a David versus Goliath fight. TOPA and COPA could help level that playing field. So everyone here, if you support Save 63 Tiffany, if you want to keep New York affordable for all, please call and write to our legislators and demand that we pass TOPA and COPA as soon as possible. We need it.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we're going to hear from the New York City Controller, Brad Lander. a long time. I told him I had big plans for him. He didn't believe me at the time.
Let's hear it for John Leyva. And let's hear it for all the other brave tenants of 63 Tiffany Place who are showing us what it looks like to fight for your community and fight for your homes. Thanks to everybody who's showing up for them, to TakeRootJustice, to the Carroll Gardens Association, to Housing Justice for All, and to the great elected officials who've had the backs of these tenants, Assemblymember Joanne Simon, our Brooklyn Borough President Antonio Reynoso, State Senators Zelnor Myrie, Councilmember Shahana Hanif, and Alexa Aviles. It is a powerful group that have the backs of these tenants. All right, I want to try a Halloween chant with y'all. You guys ready? All right, so we're going to try this, okay? We need to look at Irving Langer because we're talking to him, all right? So we're going to do trick or treat, do not cheat, with the tenants you must meet. All right, so you got it right. Trick or treat, do not cheat, with the tenants you must meet. Trick or treat, do not cheat, with the tenants you must meet. All right. Happy Halloween, y'all. I am so proud to be a longtime friend, ally, partner, and neighbor with the tenants of 63 Tiffany Place. And let's be clear, that's what it is. It's not just having their backs. It's not just believing in their struggle. It's loving living in a community that has them in it, that looks like this. We were just out here a couple of weeks ago for their block party. It is because of the tenants who live at 63 Tiffany Place that this block is one of the best in Brooklyn, that this neighborhood remains some of the diversity that is what we love about Brooklyn and about New York City. And you know what? We are not going to let Erwin Langer take that away, are we? Let's be clear about how we got here in the first place. Low-income housing tax credits, the government, the people, the taxpayers have put more money into this building than Erwin Langer has. This is a resource of affordable housing, and we are going to fight to keep it that way. Public policy has gotten us here in many ways. That low-income housing tax credit made it possible to renovate this building and for 30 years make it affordable housing for people like these tenants. Then, as they were facing eviction, thankfully, an amazing campaign to pass good cause eviction rose up, and a lot of work. If you fought for good cause eviction, raise your hands. Make it so folks like the tenants of this building can't be thrown out just because somebody wealthy guy like Erwin Langer thinks they would like to make more money. But now we have to preserve that win. And that means in Albany, with the help of Senator Myrie and Assemblymember Mitanyes, passing COPA and TOPA and making sure the residents can buy buildings like this one. And it also means that Erwin Langer must come back to the table, negotiate in good faith with the tenants, and sell this building to a community-based nonprofit organization so it will be permanently preserved as affordable housing. And so folks like the tenants of 63 Tiffany Place can remain permanently as the residents of this community. So we say one last time to Erwin Langer, trick or treat, do not cheat, with the tenants you must meet. Happy Halloween, y'all. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Joy Foster, and I'm also a long-term resident here, 27 years. And as usual, I plan to keep it short and sweet. But I just want to say that this is such a serious situation. This is not just a New York City thing. This is a national crisis for fair housing. And we really need people to understand how dire this situation is. There are no consequences for people who do things that could potentially render people without a home. And we're living in this nation. We just had a government official put to death an innocent man in this country. So don't think for 1 minute that people who are non-wealthy are not expendable to these people. That's really what they feel. We are just stepping stones for them to become even more wealthy. And it has to start here with all of us to do the things that John was mentioning. Make those calls, write those letters, send those emails. It has to happen. Because if people don't make noise, they're going to do whatever they want with us. We have to understand that. It takes a collective movement. And who's to say where this ends? If they can do this with people making a certain income, they might try to go higher. And who's to say who's going to be safe after that? So this is something that really has gained momentum across this entire country, and it's going to take momentum from the people to stop it. Please understand that. Get involved. Get up and do something, everybody. Everybody. It's going to take everybody. The people have to be the motion here to bring this to an end for fair housing across this entire country and right here in Brooklyn. And on that note, like I said, I like to keep it short and sweet. At this time, I would like to introduce our public advocate, Johnny Williams.
Housing is a human right. Fight, fight, fight. Housing is a human right. Fight, fight, fight. Housing is a human right. Fight, fight, fight.
Housing is a human right.
Peace and blessings, love and light to everyone. First of all, to my pinstripe Yankee fans, I'm sorry. I'm saying that as a Mets fan. I'm sincere. I know it's a tough night, so I'm sorry. It's tough. But we are here talking about housing. Everyone is talking about housing. Not everyone is actually doing something about it. What I found is every time we attach profit as the main motivator for things that human beings need, people are harmed and people actually die. We see that in healthcare and we see that in housing. People have died because they have not had the housing that they need. And so we have to find a way to remove profit as the primary thing that people care about. It's the primary thing that even government is trying to ensure when it comes to things that are human rights and things that human beings need. And here we have a group of tenants, including an Olympian.
Oh my God.
Including an Olympian.
Gold medalist.
Gold medalist, my bad. Gold medalist, silver medalist, my bad. Who live here, and are saying we want to own our buildings and run it ourselves, and they're not being given the opportunity to do so. And the negotiations that have occurred have not only fallen apart, the owners are no longer communicating what is going on. We can't stand by and allow that to happen. We have been saying this for years and decades, and people haven't listened, and housing has only gotten worse. And we have elected officials who are talking about how bad housing is while not doing the things to help housing become better. This is a perfect case. What happens in New York City happens in the entire country. Let's show them that things like TOPA, the things like COPA, and I have the resolution for TOPA, and I thank our senator and our assembly member. I purposely said, because I always say Assembly Marcella, the last name always throws me off, so I apologize. But Assembly Member Marcella and Senator Zelnor for their bill in the state. We have one in the city, and I know there's a COPA in the city as well. But these are the things in the pathways that actually deal with housing, not just affordable housing, because something's affordable to everyone. But we want income-targeted housing that people can afford to pay at their income, including low and working class. And this building must go to the tenants. It has to. They've been through enough. They've been negotiating. Let's stop talking about it when it sounds good for election time. Let's actually do it when we're governing. That's what we've been asking for. And had we been doing these things years ago, we wouldn't be in this housing crisis where we're trying to blame other people for the housing crisis we're in now. And I'm going to say this is not associated with this, so, we're trying to blame our New Yorkers for a housing crisis that's been here before.
That's right. That's right.
And we talk about the billions of dollars that were spent on the migrant trust. And I keep saying, if they weren't here, they wouldn't spend it on you long-term New Yorkers.
That's right.
And I say, ask me how I know.
How do you know?
Because they didn't.
They didn't, okay.
They never spent it on you. And we were the ones telling them to spend it on you.
That's right.
So don't allow the people who didn't do that to have you now look at other folks who have nothing to do with it. What we can do now is use that money to provide the housing that's needed for everyone. What we can do is put policies in place like TOPA and COPA so that tenants and co-op folks can purchase their own buildings. What we can do now is make sure that Tiffany is the place that sets the standard of how we take care of people when it comes to the housing that they need, when we put, finally, people over profits. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Echoing what our public advocate just said, New York was always a very progressive city when it came to tenants. I don't know what changed. It's been changing, but hopefully we can start moving in the right direction again. A progressive candidate here that's always been with us from day one, and she's been just amazing, is Joanne Simon, and she'll be speaking now.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Joy. Thank you to everybody at 63 Tiffany for working together so well. You know, you really have set a model for community action and preserving your building. Now, I live in Borum Hill, which right now people would say, wow, that's pretty expensive. I've been there for 40 years. Borum Hill was actually, I remember 1993, some lawyer for some developer telling me, I don't know why you people care about this neighborhood, it's a slum. But we, in fact, engaged in there was programs, right? Remember, COPA and TOPA are not really, no offense to them, brand new. We used to call sweat equity. And a lot of the buildings in Borum Hill were preserved through sweat equity. And it's about the people who are living there being able to buy. What is the American dream? To be able to buy a home, to have a home. New York State is losing people, and everybody says, oh, it's all these crazy, Democrats, blah, blah, blah. It is not. It is affordability. And that affordability is driven by the efforts to just make a buck everywhere they can and eliminate the people who live here, the people who built these neighborhoods. This community, this block is built because this building and its community, its neighbors, its tenants were here and made this a place that other people would want to live. They deserve to be able to stay here. They are the community that brought others here and created wealth in this area. And they deserve to capitalize on it. Not some guy from some other state somewhere who just wants to drop a bundle. There are lots of people talking about a lot of things around housing, but one thing that is clear is that we need affordable housing, we need affordable opportunities to purchase housing, and we need housing that is built for people who live here who want to raise families. So there's a lot of talk around here about just building. Well, but if you're just building studios and one bedrooms, you're not building for a city where people will raise a family and put down roots. You're building for a transient community. That's not what New York needs either. What we have here are apartments where you can raise a family. And they are affordable now, and they need to continue to be affordable forever. My time is up. This poor guy is sitting here on the floor, holding up a sign, and everybody's ignoring him. I'm not going to. Thank you very much. Let's win this.
To what Joanne Simon just said, 70% of the affordable units being built now are studios and one bedrooms that are not suitable for families. Our next speaker is just an amazing person that's been with us since, I don't know how long. She's just been amazing. She's just been amazing. Hanif.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Joy. Thank you to all of the 63 Tiffany Place residents for your fight and discipline. And to my colleagues who've stood with us, who will continue to stand with us, to all of our neighbors who have joined us. This takes a village, and that is unfortunate. To protect people so that they don't get displaced or forcefully evicted, unfortunately takes a village. I've been working with John and the 63 Tiffany Place residents for over 5 years now. During my time at former Councilmember Brad Lander's office as a staffer is when I learned about the issues of the impending deadline of the low-income housing tax credit status coming to an end for this building. They started this fight before COVID. And through COVID and through the recovery of COVID have continued to struggle to stay in their homes. It is not right. It is not right. After their consistent organizing, we came to an agreement with Irving Langer and his associates through a memorandum of understanding that they were ready to meet the tenants with the parameters that they outlined, that the tenants outlined. That took consistent organizing. And now I am so disappointed that they've just removed themselves from this agreement and are unfortunately not coming back to the table. My colleagues and I have sent a letter to Mr. Langer saying that he must come back to the table. He must come back to the table, listen to the tenants' demands on what it should look like for them to stay at 63 Tiffany Place. We await their response. I just want to make sure that folks know that we're not just here to rally, but we are also taking steps to ensure that we get in front of Mr. Irving Langer. And finally, I just want to say, it is not theoretical when we say that these residents have been in this neighborhood, one of the last and few affordable housing buildings in this neighborhood. They have been immersed in our society. John has been a crucial leader of our participatory budgeting process. Joy is in multiple clubs and associations to ensure that the quality of life, not just for 63 Tiffany Place, but every single neighbor is with dignity, that everyone is taken care of. So this is not just about 63 Tiffany Place, as many of my colleagues have said before me. This is about every single New Yorker. This sets precedent for what should be the default in our city. I look forward to continuing to support Tenant Opportunity to Purchase Act and the Community Opportunity to Purchase Act. We need those measures to prevent displacement and evictions. We have seen the mass exodus of New Yorkers, our working class. We cannot let that happen any longer. Thank you all so much.
Please go to the website, save63tiffany.com, and take a look at the letter, the amazing letter that these wonderful elected officials have signed on to for us. And up next, we have our Brooklyn Borough President, Antonio Reynoso.
Good morning. We are not only in the greatest block in the city of New York, is how you would call it. We're also in the greatest borough in the city of New York, which is Brooklyn. And it is the people of this building that have made Brooklyn great. And it is deeply important that we understand that what we're seeing now is that money is king, not people. That money is more important than people. We have government elected officials from every single step, federal, city, and state. We have every single tenant. We have non-for-profit organizations. Every single human entity and human capital standing here before you to build leverage to compete against one person with money. That is just showing you how capitalism works against these people here in our city. And it's about time we do something. Because I wanted to let people know that this does cost us something. If these folks are evicted, where do you think they're going to go? They're either going to leave the great borough of Brooklyn, leave our great city, or they're going to go to homeless shelters, in which your tax dollars will have to pay for their care. All so that one person can benefit, so that one person can become richer. You lose money. You lose resources. Your trash might not get picked up on time. Childcare might not be accessible. After-school programming might not exist because we have 20 more people we need to take care of in our homeless shelter system. Because we're not given the option here for tenants to stay in this building and become owners. And I want to be clear, what we're asking is not a taking of a building. We're not saying to this owner, we're going to take this building away from you, go kick rocks. We're making an offer. He will still be leaving with money, but we will be left with what made Brooklyn great and are these tenants that now become owners. So I'm simply standing here to say thank you very much to elected officials like State Senator Zauner Myrie and Assembly Member Marcela Mitanyes. This is deeply important because we are solution-oriented. We're not here just talking. We're not here just saying words. These two elected officials have put their legislative pen to work, and we have a solution. Let's get that passed. But while we wait, let's just get this building to who it rightly belongs to, the people that make Brooklyn great, these tenants at 63 Tiffany Place. Don't forget to spread that.
I want to echo what Antonio said. Irving Langer only paid $5.3 million for this building in 2010. A 70-unit building. So that's really not any money at all. He's already made about 3 times that back just in rent rolls alone. This building rents rolls fine. Like it covers all its expenses. So this is not that he needs to whatever. It's just going to make a ridiculous amount of money either way here. Now, how much destruction is it going to cost here in this building just to make a few more dollars is the question.
Thank you for that. Now I'm going to introduce Senator Zauner Myrie.
Yes.
To John, Joy, the tenants of 63 Tiffany, to the community advocates, to every one of my colleagues standing with us today, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm a proud sponsor of TOFA, a proud supporter of COPA, and I'm going to focus on the O in both of those things. Opportunity. Opportunity. Come on now. Come on, sister. This isn't just about an opportunity to purchase, though legally, that's what it is. Get us at the table, and get us at the table now. An opportunity to purchase means an opportunity to stay in this great city. It is an opportunity to live in this great city. An opportunity to raise a family in this great city. An opportunity to send kids to good schools in this city. An opportunity to start a business in this city. An opportunity to have fun in this city. An opportunity to go to the park in this city. An opportunity to be with your friends in this city. An opportunity to love in this city. An opportunity to be great right here in this city. That is what this is about. So it is, of course, today about us getting the tenants of 63 Tiffany justice, but we are fighting for opportunities for all New Yorkers. Everyone deserves an opportunity to stay here, an opportunity to purchase, an opportunity to own, and an opportunity to prosperity. So let's go get them. Thank you.
An opportunity to stay in New York. Next up is one of the sponsors of the bill too. She's just amazing, Marcela Mitanyes. She actually started as a tenant. She was displaced. Amazing story, and now she's fighting for all of us.
Thank you. I also want to share, I have a little history with Mr. Langer, who actually had a bunch of buildings in Sunset Park that he purchased that also went, left the system. And I want to share this as a cautionary tale, because when he sold those properties, who happened to be beautiful deluxe apartments at the entrance to the park at one of the highest points in Brooklyn with a beautiful view, the people that bought it sued everyone in the building, claiming they didn't live there. So that was enough to scare half of the tenants away, and the other half tried and fight. But I say this because we have seen this over and over and over again. And that is that they are over leveraging these buildings. They're getting loans that they know that the bankrolls won't pay, with the purpose of a business plan to remove the tenants that are paying low rent and bring in higher paying tenants. So this is exactly what TOPA is supposed to stop and get us to focus on preserving what is left of the affordable housing in New York. It's a pathway to home ownership and the mobility from the working class to the middle class by becoming homeowners. It's going to stabilize the housing market in New York at prices that are affordable for working people. It prevents displacement. It preserves our affordable housing stock. It's an opportunity to own. The seller gets a fair price for their property, and it allows the purchaser to enjoy a reasonable profit from their investments. And a reminder to the tenants, the anxiety that folks feel because they're not sure about where they're going to be able to stay is something that I cannot begin to explain. The worrying of being at work and not knowing when you're going to come home what you're going to deal with. To the tenants at 53 Tiffany, you are not alone. And to the tenants out there, you are not alone either. Now is the time to stand up. Now is the time to remind people that we may not have the money to fight the real estate industry, but we have the people power. We outnumber them. And a reminder, because we are during election time, tenants vote. Thank you.
I mean, I can't get as passionate. She was in tears. I mean, this hits home. This hits home for a lot of us. We want to thank everybody for coming. We hope that this moved the needle. We're just trying to stay in our homes. That's it. We're not trying to get rich. We're not trying to do anything here, but just stay in our homes. We want to thank everybody that came here. The staffers, because we always thank the elected, but their staffers are amazing. The people behind the scenes, Nicole over there, Allison, I can't mention everybody, but I'm going to miss somebody, Mia, everybody that's just been, that just moves the thing. I want to thank the East New York Community Land Trust. They're an example. They bought 248, is it Arlington?
That's right, 248.
She goes right there. This woman is amazing, Debbie. They bought their building, they raised the money, they bought their building, now they're renovating their building. It's just an amazing story, and this is what we need more of in New York.
That's right.
New York was a place where those things happen more often, and unfortunately we've gone away from that, but we need to get back to that because that's what made New York what it is and how the great city that it was, and it still is, but it's losing some of its, I don't know, it's just losing it. Like if you study the tenant movements of New York has such a rich history, and it's coming back to that. Thank you for Housing Justice for All and all these organizations and everything. And you come here. I want to finish with this. I want her to put this on Spotify. Can we finish with the song? Can we finish with the song?
Oh, okay. Before we sing the song, what do we want?
Topa.
Topa, Copa. When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Topa, Copa.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Topa, Copa.
When do we want it?
Now.
If we don't get it,
shut it down.
If we don't get it,
shut it down.
Damn straight. So he wants me to sing the song. I don't know how you know the song. So let's sing the song. They're fighting for their own apartment, but the rent is too damn high. All the rent, all the rent, all the rent is too damn high. All the rent, all the rent, all the rent is too damn high. All the rent, all the rent, all the rent is too damn high. All the rent, all the rent, all the rent is too damn high. Because of greediness, because of greediness. I said the rent is too damn high. Because of greediness, because of greediness. All the rent is too damn high. All together now, all the rent, all the rent, all the rent is too damn high.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, so that's it. That's done. All right, done here.
Thank the press for coming.
All right, let me get out of here. I'm done. Screen, please. Screen, please. Screen, please. Let me get my bag and get out of here. Okay.